Some of these chests are telling the truth. Some of these chests are lying. The ones that are lying are mimics. They will eat you if you open them. I have to figure out with logic which of the chests are the mimics and which are not. There is between 1 and 3 mimics. These are harder puzzles than the first time I did this game mode. So let's get cracking. There is no mimic among the black boxes. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Direct contradiction. There is a mimic among the black boxes. There is a mimic among the black boxes. We could have 3 liars. So actually, because we have a direct contradiction, one of these is lying, which means that we do have a mimic among the red boxes, for sure. And if this one is a mimic, these two would be telling the truth. Wait a second. This guy's saying there's no mimic among the black boxes. If he were telling the truth, then these would be mimics, including a black box. So you must be the liar. So then true, true, true. And there is a mimic, or this would be the mimic then, as the black box. There is not a mimic among the blue boxes either, so we have 3 mimics. So from the chest, I get items which should help me get through the dungeon. I need to level up my character so I can defeat enemies. But first, more logic. The top row contains no mimics. Diagonal down right for me isn't a mimic. The box on the left is a mimic. There's no mimic among the black boxes. That is a chain of 3. Wait, this is a direct accusation. I didn't even notice. If there is no mimic among the black boxes, then these would be non-mimics. This box would be lying, and then this box would also be lying, invalidating the top row containing no mimics clause. Therefore, this must be a mimic. This must be telling the truth. This must be telling the truth. And there is a mimic among the black boxes, but we don't know if there's any more to it. If there is a mimic among the red boxes, and this would be lying, then this would be the mimic. There's no mimic among the blue boxes, then this would also be a mimic. We would have 4 mimics, which is not possible. So this must be telling the truth. This must be telling the truth. This must be telling the truth. This top one could be a mimic because there is a mimic among the black boxes and he's kind of vouching for himself. So I think I'll just leave him be. Unless there's an item that can help me out. I don't have one. I believe that box is a 50-50, so I'm supposed to let it be. I can give myself 40 gut because I do seem to be in need of it. Gut is my hunger meter. If I get too hungry, I die. The box on the right isn't a mimic. Diagonal down right for me isn't a mimic. The box on the left isn't a mimic. That is a chain of 4. Diagonal down right isn't a mimic. Chain of 5. Diagonal up left for me isn't a mimic. Okay, they're vouching. Diagonal up right for me is a mimic. Direct accusation. And diagonal up right for me isn't a mimic. So the chain goes this far. If this were a mimic, then this would be a mimic, and this would be a mimic, and this would be, and so on and so on. And that's too many cooks. So you are not a mimic. I think the chain says you are not a mimic either, but, well, actually, that means he's telling the truth. Not a mimic, not a mimic, not a mimic. Telling the truth, and then you are the mimic. Easy. Get a lot of good candy. I can't wait to see how powerful I am in battle. The first 2 were definitely trickiest. All right, let's see with the candy. My max gut increased. What about gear? Oh, I am weak. I gotta have to take 3 hits on these guys. They're gonna hit me for a lot. Yeah, cast your attack magic. You don't even do anything really helpful. Slash you. Let's see, do I finish you off? Yes. Okay, perfect. At least I get to heal every time you do that. Let's see if I can get stronger. Bottom row contains no mimic. Top row contains no mimics. 3 of these boxes contain a mimic versus 1 and 2. So this is just how many mimics. The bottom row contains no mimics. Well, actually, because like only 1 of these can be true, at least 2 must be a mimic. Therefore, you are a mimic. And then 3 other chests are saying the same thing and we can't have 4 mimics. So 2 or 3. It all depends on this top guy, and he's a 50-50. Yeah, he's vouching for himself. I don't know. Let's open and see if I get anything useful. I do not. Yeah, so either these 2 are a mimic, or just this one is a mimic. And nothing else is pointing at them, so we move on. How about now? Can I at least one-shot these dudes? I cannot. That is brutal. Okay, at least Nessa comes in clutch. This time, the 3 damage actually matters, so I can one-shot these guys. Okay, thank you for the healing. That actually is appreciated. A little chest here for some attack candy. Level up my attack, become more powerful. Next up, diagonal down left for me is a mimic. Diagonal upright for me is a mimic, direct accusation. Diagonal down right for me is a mimic, direct accusation. The top row has more mimics than the bottom. This guy's saying diagonal upright for me isn't a mimic, so these two would be in cahoots. This one's saying diagonal upright for me is a mimic, which means that this one is not a mimic. One of these two is a mimic, and then either both of these are a mimic or both of these are a mimic. So the bottom row has more mimics than the top, which means this must be a mimic, which would make you not a mimic, you not a mimic, and you a mimic. And then bottom row is more mimics than the top, so no mimics in the top. And diagonal down left from you is a mimic. Sorted. That's some nice stuff there. Oh, that's a 42 HP goon. Can I do anything to him? I can deal 5 damage from spells if I need to, but I doubt I'll need to. I'm just gonna keep whapping at him. It's actually crazy how little effective stuff that I've gotten. I guess I could have wind scrolled, but there's no need because Nessa comes in with a kill and a heal, much needed heal. Okay, here, at least I can buy some stuff now to help me out. Starting with a little bit of food. Take 2 mushroom lunches because it's slightly cheaper than the full thing. And I don't get to heal my full gut, but I get all my HP back, so that's good enough. Okay, here, I gotta buy some stuff. I'm gonna need a better weapon. A sickle, which actually is not better than the one I'm holding, so never mind that. I will buy up a few attack candies. I think I will get a blue crystal because sometimes a 50-50 implicates a lot of chests, so it might be valuable. One more attack candy, I like my candy, and a little bit of HP restore. Now, hopefully, I'll be able to fight off these enemies a little better. 0 mimics are hiding in black boxes versus 1 mimic is hiding in black box. 2 versus 3 mimics are hiding in blue boxes. Is it possible for 3 mimics to be in a blue box? No? I don't think that's possible because then these red boxes would also be lying, so we'd have 5 mimics. So you're a mimic. But we still could have 1 mimic in a blue box. That would require this to be the case, but then we would have 2 mimics in red boxes being a contradiction. Therefore, it must be 2 mimics in blue boxes, and no mimics in red boxes. So it's gonna be like that, and then you are the 3rd mimic. Bring me the stuff. Okay, I saw a better weapon in there. Worth it. What do we got? 3 of these boxes contain a mimic. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. Contradiction. The box on the right is a mimic. Accusation. There's no mimic among the red boxes. No mimic among the blue boxes. There is a mimic among the black boxes. And there is a mimic among the red boxes. I think there has to be a mimic among the black boxes. This is always true. Is it possible for there to be 3 mimics? Like, with this being true, I would have a mimic here. A mimic here. This would be true. And then I would have 2 more mimics for 4 mimics? That ain't right. So you are a mimic. Is it possible for there to be 1 mimic? No, because we have a direct contradiction here, which means that 2 boxes must contain a mimic. Well, then it's going to be in the 1v2. It's going to be the 1 for the 2nd mimic. And actually it's you, because you are already lying. So 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. That is the case. Let's open it. I got a lot of fun stuff, which I hope will help me in battle. Will you? Come on, give me a good weapon. Yes! Oh, I got a banger weapon. Killer. I can one-shot a lot of things now. Sea level attack, max HP. Yeah, you can keep doing that. Keep healing me when I'm full. Why not? More attack candy. Don't mind if I do. Right on. Box on the right is a mimic. Direct accusation. Diagonal down right for me is a mimic. Another mimic chain, sort of? 3 of these boxes contain a mimic. Wait, 3 people are saying 3 boxes contain a mimic. Let's say, hypothetically, if this was lying, then these would also be lying, but then telling the truth? No, so they all have to be telling the truth. Otherwise, it'd be self-contradictory. So you are lying, but a box on the right is a mimic. Top row contains no mimics. That is a lie. And then 3 of these boxes contain a mimic. I guess we could have done it like that. That's good. Okay, 39 HP. I guess I can't one-shot that. Can I deal more damage? I can deal 10 damage to enemies in front. Come on, use it. There we go. So at least now I can one-shot you. And I don't have to take the damage from you hitting back. Alright, nice attack magic. Healing me before I take damage. Classic. Next up. Bottom row is at least 1 mimic. Versus the bottom row contains no mimics. Diagonal down right from me is a mimic. So I have 2 mimics already. If this was a mimic, then this would also be a mimic. So I'd have 4 mimics. So they both have to be telling the truth. Top row does have at least 1 mimic. If the diagonal down left is a mimic, then we have mimic, mimic, mimic. Wait, no, this could be telling the truth. And then you'd be a mimic. So that's fine. This would be a good time, actually, to use the fortune thing, because I think all these are in cahoots with each other. All I need is to reveal 1, and I think the rest fall. Because right now it is a bit of a toss-up of 2 or 3 mimics. So what has this got for me? That one's not a mimic. So you are not a mimic. Bottom row has at least 1 mimic. Therefore, this is a mimic. Oh, well, top row has at least 1 mimic. You are a mimic, which means you are not a mimic. Diagonal down left for me isn't a mimic. That's a false. You are a mimic. Alright, that was worth it. Got some good stuff from there. What can you do for me? Sell my unequipped gear for 133 gold. Don't mind if I do. I have surprisingly low money. Guess I'll buy a couple of attack candies. Do a little gut restoration just in case. Take some healing. That should help. Got a couple more floors until the next shop area. More mimics in blue than red boxes, and 3 of them are saying that. A 4th one is saying there are more mimics in blue than black boxes. If this was lying, these would also be lying. And then the top row contains no mimics is also a lie. That's 5 liars. There's no way. So you are all telling the truth. You are telling the truth. So more in blue than red, which means this is a mimic, this is not. All right, good. We can actually make up a lot of ground here. Soon I'm gonna have to put stuff into my gut, but for now I just fight. But I don't have too much for items. Ooh, attack magic is actually helpful here, because now I can use a wind scroll and then finish him off without taking more damage. Awesome, made it back here. Let's heal the full for 110 gold. And get my gut back. Want to buy a scratch lottery ticket? Oh boy, do I. What'd I get? Nothing! Better luck next time. I gotta stop gambling. It's bad for my health. Alright, what do you got for me? I'm too broke for attack candy. That's okay, I could take a rice ball and some buns. Now to the hardest part of the game. The bottom 10 floors with 9 chests, 1 to 4 mimics. Here's the difficulty increase. There is a mimic among the red boxes, probably. There is no mimic among the red boxes. No, not all of them, but 3 of the red boxes are saying there's no mimic. Actually, 5 chests say there's no mimic among the red boxes, which must be true. They can't all be lying. Therefore, you are not a mimic. No mimic among the black boxes. There is a mimic among the blue boxes. Oh, this is about to be a windfall. 8 chests worth of items. If I get into their shop, I'm gonna be swimming in it. Hell yeah. Another 9 chests. 3 contain a mimic. Leftmost column has mimics. Rightmost column has a mimics. 4 contain a mimic. That is a direct contradiction. Leftmost column contains no mimics. Another contradiction. No mimic among the red boxes could be something. The rightmost column has 1 or more mimics. If this was a mimic, that would be self-contradictory, because then that would have to mean the rightmost column has 0 mimics, but that's impossible because there's already a mimic here. So you are telling the truth, you are telling the truth, then you must be the mimic. Therefore, there's a mimic among the red boxes. Rightmost column has 1 or more mimics, that is true. So now, we cannot have 4 boxes containing a mimic. I think it has to be 3? No, that's not the case. What happens if 4 boxes contains a mimic is true? Then I would have mimic and mimic, mimic, so that's 4. That's perfectly fine. And if I had 3 of these boxes that contain a mimic, it would look like this. Okay, so that's not helpful. This is all I have so far. Let me look again. There's actually 2 independent 50-50s. I don't have a crystal ball, and even if I did, it wouldn't be that amazing. Unfortunately, I have to move on. Here, at least, I can one-shot these goons. So it's good to have some power here. Level up a little more. Super attack candy. All right, climb that. More chests. Box on the right isn't a mimic. Box on the left isn't a mimic. Box above me isn't a mimic. It's a chain. If the rightmost column contained a mimic, we'd have a mimic here, mimic here, mimic here. You'd be telling the truth. You'd be telling the truth. You'd be telling the truth. We can't have all 3 of these be a mimic. It's either all or neither. So it'd be bam, bam, bam. What if you're telling the truth? Rightmost column contains no mimics. This is true. There is a mimic among the red boxes. So that's true. One of these two is a mimic. Well, and it's either one of them or three of them. Well, this can't be a mimic, because then there would be no mimic among the red boxes, which it contradicts. So, okay, that's true. This is true. That actually might be all I can prove. Let's open these. Surely there's something I can do here. So it's either these three, or this one. So it's a 33%er. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I will, however, eat some rice, get my gut back, do all the time thinking. Hate to leave all this behind, but because I didn't have a crystal ball, that's the best I could do. All right, let's see. Can I three-shot this guy? I think it's gonna be needed. Hopefully my weapon doesn't run out of durability. I got it down to 8. New weapon in here, maybe? There's no mimic among the blue boxes versus there is a mimic in the blue boxes. You are roped in as well. And the other two are saying the same thing. No mimics among the black boxes? Well, there is a mimic among the red boxes. That can't be a mimic for similar reasons I've gone over. So either one mimic or two mimics are in red boxes. And again, this has to be telling the truth, actually, because otherwise it'd be self-contradictory. That means you are the mimic, but both of these still could be mimics. Top row is at least one mimic, that is true. There's exactly one mimic in the red boxes, so these are true. If there is a mimic among the black boxes, you would be lying, you'd be telling the truth, and then you would be lying. Or, if there is no mimic among the black boxes, then these are safe. So this one's always safe. Therefore, there is a mimic among the blue boxes, making both of you mimics. Seems good. Gold armor. Whoa, that's cool. Neat. See if I need it. What do you do for me? Attack candy? That's it? I mean, I like attack candy, but I have bad weapons. I have the Delta Whip, which does plus 10 attack. I have a branch that does plus 1 attack. So that sucks. I guess I'm buying attack candy then. I'll buy out your shop. This is scary. I gotta eat up a little. Maybe I could do some weird med. Maybe I'll restore my weapon. HP and gut healed. Ooh, that's nice. Boxes. 4 contain a mimic versus 2 contain a mimic, huh? 4 boxes are saying 2 contain a mimic. So it could be all 4 of these. Then this would also have to be a mimic because it'd be lying. Therefore, 4 of these boxes do not contain a mimic. It is in fact 2 boxes. They have to be telling the truth. So then you're telling the truth. There is a mimic among the red boxes. There is a mimic among the black boxes. That's true. That means this is lying, and there is a mimic among the red boxes. Good. All right, give me a weapon. A ballista with 3 stars. That's good. And I got another Delta Whip. Oh, perfect. I am primed and ready for battle. All right, do I get any extra buff? I opened 71 treasures, but less than 73 because there were too many toss-ups. All right, well, at least here, final shop. Start by selling the unequipped gear. I got $2,700. Okay, I will buy out all the attack candy. I'll take all the HP pills. A little shuriken for damage. Whetstone, just in case. And then the rest into defense candy. That's disgusting. I got S-tier damage. Oh, I'm feeling good about this. 207 HP. Let's start this party off right. Hit you with a shuriken. And a throwing knife. Now I can just demolish you. 29 damage. I'm doing good. Another 29 damage. Even though I don't even die, I'm still gonna heal. Yeah, hit me again. I dare you. I double dare you. Fool. It's over. The glorious win. Nice. I've unlocked level 3 difficulty for even harder puzzles. Will the mimics get me? Find out next time. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day and peace.